Hey there, welcome to Lady Cadence Island. It has been a long time since I've done a video. I apologize for that. Life has been a little crazy, and I'm about to do something really crazy in this video, and that is to take up every single decoration, not only from Orchid Island, but also from all of my islands, and totally redecorate. Now, why, you may ask, would I do that? Just because I want to. I think because I want to have the freedom of having every single one at my disposal on the boat and making something up from there. Now, this is currently, of course, what I have on Orchid. A lot of it is the same. I did move over some of these Botanical Bliss buildings over here, and I did change up the back of the island in the center to have more of that botanical feel, which I do want to keep, I think, because I have got so many gift bushes from that can only be on Orchid Island, right? They can't be moved anywhere else. And most of those are very springy and very floral. And I love them. I don't want to get rid of them. So I do want to keep that floral spring feel on Orchid. So I probably will do that and keep it here. But I just kind of want to have the freedom of having everything available and having a blank slate on every island to kind of go from there. So I am going to show you what the islands currently look like, and then we will start to take off all of the decorations. So here's my Sunflower Island. Of course, it's my little orchid town elements, just the cute little houses, shops, etc. Lots of little dining areas. There's a little playground in the back with one of my kitty condos. And mostly, though, just kind of a little town square, all these cute little food eating areas, and then in the front it's kind of like a little strip of shops right in the front. So there is Sunflower, small, cute, but I will start taking up all of these decorations very soon, and we'll see what happens. Next on the list is Laurel Island. Now, this currently is Mexico, as well as some tropical elements like Botanical Bliss. We've got some garden pathways here going through one little greenhouse. Again, this is why I'm going to be taking everything up so I can see on the boat everything at once. I do like this cute little party area in the back. It's fun. Got some random things going on, but it's cute little island. Little Mexico tropical botanical theme on Laurel. Willow is a combination of tropical and savanna. It again has this tropical pathway, and again, greenhouse, the butterfly house here, as well as greenhouses, and a big water feature area in the back. A lot of the savanna grass here and wild animals. So this is definitely our savanna and tropical theme as well going on this island. And this, you are definitely more limited to tropical theme, because look at that, got the alligator swimming through there, just the very tropical plants. So this island definitely lends itself towards a tropical theme. Currently, Snowdrop is storage. I have just compiled all the things I will eventually have nicely done together. So obviously, like, this little shed won't be at the front. This section is a little bit how it would be as you transition from the kind of fall area into the winter here. These are all just packed in. And then I have the other elements here for storage. So that's currently what's on Snowdrop. So not a pretty island right now, because I do use Snowdrop as my storage island. All right, and this is Marigold. I love this fall themed island. This goes really well with a cute little fall Halloween border that we've got going on right now in June's Journey, because it is October 2025. So you will see some of our October elements. I do love the fall theme of this island. It's so cute. Lots of fun fall trees here. Train that goes all the way around. Lots of little gardens and harvest time kind of in that section. Kind of a big town square. And this section where a lot of the Halloween house type elements or buildings together, along with the walls from the Halloween set last year, which are in the permanent shop, and then buildings from the Venice set as well. Because of the colors, it just matches nicely. I do like this kind of big central area here. I just think that's fun. I probably will try to do something similar walled in section here with a playground on the side. And then in the back, we've got lots of fair type items, the big hot air balloon rides, kind of this water feature fall area in the back. And then it leads you into this little Halloween corner at the top, which is cute. I'll probably be removing a lot of those in preparation for just the November fall set. And then over on this side, we've got kind of carnival fair elements, lots of the cute fruit stands, a pumpkin patch, and those things for sale, mirror maze, shows going on, and like petting zoo type things. Just very carnival fair type feeling over here, fall festival going on. And then you can go up into the haunted house section. All the trick-or-treaters are enjoying that, plus a camp out as well. So Marigold I really love. I think it's cute. I will be doing something similar most likely on it again after I get everything off, although I will make more space for the November items because we'll be having more things that go along with the water. So excited for that and to add to my November set. And finally, Magnolia. Now this, I have not taken the time to decorate yet because I just had moved over. I had it really beautifully decorated with a botanical bliss, all those garden pathways, the greenhouses and everything, and I had all of my German set, and I had these beautiful alpine decorations over on Orchid, the top of Orchid. And because I switched that out, I just stacked these currently here. So I will actually decorate again, but I'm going to take everything up first. And then we will go from there. So now it's time to actually start removing things. Now I'm going to start trying to remove things in sections. That way they do kind of go together. So I will start with all my alpine elements and then German and then kind of go from there. Okay, I'm back. I have cleared every single island. Now, of course, you can't put gift bushes on your boat. You also cannot put coin-producing islands or buildings on your boat. So those are still here. I did squish some together. I need to put my bushes together just so I have room to work as I think about what I want to do. And this is very daunting. Again, I don't necessarily recommend doing this. This is a crazy idea, but I just felt like doing it and we're gonna go for it. I did leave these here because I probably still will have my estate right here, and then I probably will have some of these other buildings down with the estate, and then scoot back here all of the garden type things. And I might put more farming type stuff back over in this section, just the Talbot house, the stable, etc. So we will see, but that is all clear. I will show you my other islands just to show you what I've got. I am over 300,000 flowers in the hole now, but every island is empty except for I did put the snowy items back over onto Snowdrop. The rest of the islands are totally empty. I mean, obviously, if you have that many flowers that I need. So I did put all of my snow items here because I don't like to decorate with them any other place except for Snowdrop. So those are going to stay here on Snowdrop. But I do have a full boat now, so I can actually see I've got 321,624 flowers available in my storage boat. This is unlimited, so you can put as much as you want on the boat. And I'm just going to have fun decorating over the next several days and working on islands a little bit at a time. The nice thing about this is I do have everything here on the boat, so I can go through this instead of trying to find things that are hidden on islands. So I will be doing that, and we'll see how things look. Okay, so here we are back on Orchid. Long ways to go, but I have made a lot of progress. I did pull down buildings to the front area here that I want to keep in this section. I did redo my little, I don't know what you call it, kind of like a resort type area. I put the cinema in there. Kind of have some things working. In the back here, I've done the most work, but I'm not sure I like it. I feel like there's way too much tile going on. So I'm gonna probably rethink some of that. Would like some water going through the sides. Gonna figure that out. Haven't done much with this, but just have some items there ready to go. So that's the progress I've made so far. Now, one of my issues is that there's still so many things on the boat. It's hard to kind of go through them all. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and take some things and put them onto other islands. And I'll give you an example. So, for example, the Germantown set and my, what do you call the Alpine set, I'm going to put over on Magnolia. I will put all of my fall decorations that I know for sure I'm not going to use on Orchid over on Marigold, and kind of just stack things. Some of these Asian sets, no, I'm not going to use. They're beautiful, but they don't go with the look I'm going for, as well as like the India set, random decorations. I'm going to go put those probably on Snowdrop just to clear up space. Then I can really see what I've got to work with and come up with some better ideas. It's just easier to go through them. All of these little trophies for completing a league, I don't care for those. I'm going to put those on an island as well. So that should help me, because as you can see, I'm just scrolling. There's so much to get through. So I'm going to think through that, kind of put some of those on those islands. Then I can easily see them too if I go to the island, if I'm looking for something specific. And we will try to do that. Now, I do feel pretty good about this current setup as far as the buildings go. I did try to stack them still a little bit so they're not taking up as much space. This I'm not 100% sure about that combination, but we'll just keep on working at it and see what I come up with, and I will show you when I've got some more work done. And welcome back. I am finished with Orchid. Now this front section is probably the part that I finished first, because I kind of had an idea of what I wanted. I did keep the cat condos down towards the front and the kids playing, since this does look like a little playhouse for the kids. And this section is very similar to what it was, except for, like I mentioned, have the cinema here instead. Added in differences in how I put borders and things like that. Now, the whole reason I had the idea for the base of Orchid to be like it is, especially this section right in here, is that I wanted it to flow into this beautification, which I absolutely love. It's so beautiful, this garden one. This decoration was from, I can't remember if that was a Sweep the Board or something, but it just matches perfectly with this beautification. As well as some of the other elements. I've got lots of trees coming up from here, just kind of bunched together, just because I feel like it flows well with, again, this beautification, and then all of this very romantic spot here with the rocks and the stairs, the little pagodas and the bridge, all of the flowers. It just seems to flow really well. So that, again, was part of the reason why I want this, like this eternal spring look. Again, gift bushes can't be moved. The look of the island is going to always be the same, plus this beautification here, and of course the one over here that I love with the horses, which again is why I put the stable right here. And this is kind of the Talbot's getaway over here. So just really a beautiful garden, again, to walk through. They've got the vineyard in the back, the winery, a little water area kind of feature, the windmill, and then the play area over here with the treehouse and play area for the kids. So it's just a fun, beautiful kind of hideaway for the Talbots themselves. So this is like their own private section of the island, which would be their whole giant yard. Kind of has the idea of water flowing through this section to the back. Now you'll notice I changed this up. I still have the same idea with the tile, with the library and the opera house and some of those Venice buildings. However, I made it smaller, more compacted, and kind of its own section. I feel like it's a little cozier in here and a little bit more natural looking, so it doesn't spread all the way to the end. Instead, we've got trees again here flowing to the side, and then the water flowing in the back, where it's not so stilted, especially because there is a lot of symmetry to this design, which I like. Got some patterns going on, but it's not quite as I don't know, it's just not so stiff as it was before, and there's less tile. Um, it just, I feel like it looks a little bit better than it did. And this kind of leads you into the back here. I have the orangery now in the back versus how I had it in the front. And more garden paths to go through. And as I said, see, there's a lot of symmetry going on. Got 2 swings on either side, the fountains on either side. But then the trees kind of soften everything down and change it up a little bit. All my greenhouses in the back here, and now I have this fountain back here instead. Kind of its own little highlighted area. So that all works as well, I feel like. And of course, like I said, tons and tons of trees everywhere. I've got little garden houses here. Some of these were from Botanical Bliss. So just really packed in with the trees and flowers everywhere. So that is the new kind of Eternal Spring Island, which I know is ironic since we've got Halloween little border around the game right now. But that's what I wanted to do at the moment. Now, a couple little tidbits. I have actually just stacked in things on other islands for now, temporarily, just so I'm not so far behind as I actually play the real game, and it'll give me time to work on things little by little. I did kind of stack on those islands, things that go with the sets that I want to have on each island, but they're packed in for now, and I will rearrange each one a little bit at a time. After I got the design how I wanted here on Orchid, then I went back and found a lot of my 200 or high flower items and tucked in. Now some of these, this is 150 flower count. I've got probably about 5 to 7 of these around this island hidden, and I hid them first in places where I wanted the tops of the trees to stick out just for some variety in the greenery. And then after I got those kind of where I wanted, I went through and found like all of my lawn mowing guys. I think I have about 10 to 12 of these. And then I just hid them all around too. Now what I do is I'm going to pull this up and I'll show you. See, there's another one right there. I zoom in close in an area where I know I probably have some hidden space, and then I just tap it and it puts it in. So you have space for even more. Now I've done that all over. I've finished with these 75 flower items, but first I found all my 200 flower items. So that is these harvest time. Little ladies harvesting the grass were worth 200. I had a bunch of those. A bunch of the lawn mowing guys are 200. I did those first. And then I went to the lower count ones, like the 120 flower count ones. So those are all over. And then I finished with the 75 flower count ones. So I still have places that I can hide more things. I will find some more 75 flower count items to tuck around in here. And that's a great way to be upping your flower count without wrecking your design. And as I get, if there's more 200 flower count single square items that I have the chance to purchase in the future, all I have to do is just switch out some of those 75 flower count ones, and then I'm not taking away any space on my design, but I'm adding flower count at the same time. So that's just a little trick to help you increase flower count without wrecking the design that you've created, because you're always going to have empty space. If you're making pretty designs, it's just the way it is. There's always going to be some hidden space. I also like to tuck these around again where I can see the tops, because I think that's a really beautiful tree there. It looks funny to have the rain, so I kind of hide that and then have just the tops instead. Again, some more of my wolves, 150 flower count ones. Let's see, I think I've got some. I might have taken it out. Oh no, this one was in the front. So again, some of them you can have in the front and they look nice. And then, of course, hide the extras that you don't want. There's some more wolves there. So those are all over. It's another one right behind it. So as you can see, there's tons of little spaces that you can be hiding flowers. High flower count single square decorations that will help you to progress through the game without wrecking your design. So that is Orchid for now. I really love how Orchid turned out. And I love spring and flowers. So I don't mind that we're going to go into fall and have more fall decorations because this is my favorite. However, marigold I will work on next because that is going to be fall. And I am going to add in my November set here. Now, it looks like an absolute wreck right now because, again, I've just stacked things in tightly. I'll take things out, rearrange, and make it look pretty, but I can't do that. It's just too overwhelming to have it all out at one time. So this lets me just do one island at a time in a simple way, and we will work on getting it pretty again. I am going to have my waterfall in the back here again, just like I did previously, and that's this one here. And then have my water area going down and focus on getting those November items. So I will work on this this week before that November set comes out so I can have a beautiful spot to put those new decorations, and we'll work on that little by little each island as I have time. So let's head back to Orchid, and that is all for now. My lovely Orchid Island. I'm so pleased with how this turned out. The whole goal of it was to kind of make it look less crowded and have everything that I wanted to put on Orchid on it. So getting everything off all the other islands helped me to see what decorations I had to work with and how I could redo things so I could have only on Orchid things that I want. Now, of course, again, your coin producing buildings have to stay on Orchid, so I had to work around those items, but I'm really pleased with how it turned out, and we will be probably keeping this for a while as it is. Again, I'm going to continue to add in some hidden decorations. I know there's space for some more. Of the 75 flower count, I actually have some of those from the Savannah set. They're the 150, so I'll find those first and tuck in before I do any of the lower count ones. But there you go. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again.